Actually, this was not something I was considering to do or something planned, and I would not expect the night to turn out like that because I was filming a video for my Turkish channel, which was about graduating. I literally spent 4 full years here, and I'm not graduating yet, but for my last year, I will be in the States for 1 semester and I will be in Italy for the second semester as an exchange student, and this is how my college life ends. To be honest, this was not something that I have expected. Like, I had always this intention of going somewhere else, getting out of my comfort zone, trying new things, pushing my limits, leaving the country, coming back to country, being alone so that I learn how to be lonely. Now I realize that there's maybe no way of being actually ready for something like that. So you just dive into it. You know what? Have you ever wanted to open yourself to someone who does not know you at all? Totally a stranger. Like someone who has never seen you and most probably will never see you again. Have you ever wanted to open up to a person like that? Like, talk to that person about everything you feel, like every hard feeling, everything you cannot admit, everything you cannot put into words. And then have you ever wanted that person to disappear next day? There was always one person in my head, like I would always want someone like that to exist only one day just for us to talk, not for me to talk only, but also like talk together and then disappear the next day. So I kind of feel like there's this new space here because you don't know me at all. I'm not even talking in this language in my daily life. I'm not communicating with people in English. So I kind of know that my Turkish followers are going to watch these videos because they're like super supportive, but still, it's a new space. And I hope no one ever watches it. That feels much more comfortable. I've been kind of dealing with the stress of leaving this country for a year. As you may predict, lots of things are going to change. Like, I will change. How can you not change? I don't even know if I'm gonna regret saying that, but that person knows, so I think it's okay for me to express my feelings because I'm going to express them to that person anyway. So I have this kind of thing in my life which makes it harder for me to leave because in the moment where you are going to go, someone comes into your life or something happens as you were preparing yourselves to leave this country and leave some things behind and start a new chapter or like get out your comfort zone. Something comes up in your comfort zone saying that maybe you should stay here, maybe we should be spending a little more time here, maybe you like this place, and then you're suddenly like, okay, everything is falling apart because yeah, it's exciting, it's free, you can be whatever or whoever you want to be, but also you are kind of leaving an identity here, or you're not, but probably you want to leave some aspect of your identity. And like the whole purpose of going abroad and trying to experience things on your own without getting any help, like without being with somebody, like doing all the things alone, kind of gives you the opportunity to explore yourself, get to know yourself better because you're your only friend, obviously. Isn't it also at the same time scary to be with yourself? I mean, am I going to like what I see? I'm gonna be completely honest with you, as this is not my mother tongue, and as I said, it's not my daily language. So I asked AI to generate me some questions that would make me talk and open up to you. What if the life I'm trying to build isn't actually mine? This is the main question in my life at the age of 21. If you don't know me, I'm hoping that you don't, because the whole purpose is ruined if you do know me. I've been sharing my life since I was 12. This channel, this YouTube thing, influencer thing, started with reading books and commenting them, which was super fun. And I didn't know what I was doing back then. I was just enjoying it. I was just doing it just because I love it, because in Turkey not many people are reading books, and at the age of 12 you're not planning a career, you're not making ABCD plans, or not thinking of risking or not risking anything, or doing the right thing or wrong thing. You just do it. You have no responsibilities and there's nothing you can lose. It's a great feel to play with what comes from your heart, you know? So this channel thing started like that, and then I started vlogging my life, and I was a super ambitious, at the same time perfectionist student, and this is the hardest thing in my life, dealing with my perfectionism. And then I got into one of the greatest colleges in Turkey. When I was in the middle school, I was participating in lots of competitions in the field of literature, and I was getting so many awards. That was motivating me, and I realized that I love writing, I love expressing myself in words and playing with words and building metaphors and everything. Then I started writing my first novel at the age of 16. It got published at 17, and then now, today, I'm 21 years old and I have 3 books published. I started studying psychology, which I really do love, but I was doing that in front of media, and I had never questioned whether I really liked it or whether I was liking the version that people liked. I've been posting myself on social media for about like 9 years now, and there's this persona that people love. Like, they love hardworking, ambitious, thoughtful, sometimes over speaking. Like, it's a reinforcement in psychology too. Like, reinforcement words like this. Hear me out. Like, your behavior is determined by the consequences according to basic learning principles. If you do something and if you are avoided by it, then you continue doing that. In the opposite direction, if you do something, you get punished, you stop doing that, okay? It's pretty basic. Getting appraisal from people, getting their acceptance, being liked by them is a great reward. I've been rewarded by that since the age of 14, let's say, and I'm super grateful that I have this gratification, but I don't even know, did I continue doing that just because I love it or because I was reinforced? And I'm not saying that I didn't like it, or I'm not saying that I'm doing it just for people to accept me and like me, but I'm just questioning whether I really, really, really like it. Like, whether there were no people watching me or seeing me do that, or there were no people in the world. Like, actually, there was no money, no people, no life, anything. What I would do sitting on my room, what I would prefer to do sitting in my room. I think going abroad and getting out of your comfort zone kind of forces you to understand that in some aspect. And as you get older and older, you have less capability of risking things, losing things. It's getting scarier and scarier. So at the beginning of your 20s, or if you're even below 20, like especially if you're below 20, there are still so many room to make mistakes and learn from them. It's going to be harder when we're 30. Like, I mean, I'm 21 years old and I'm saying that to myself too. I think what's important is give yourself a room to make mistakes. Like Taylor Swift. Okay, I'm crazy about her. If she didn't get into those awful, maybe considered mistake relationships, she wouldn't get inspired that much. I mean, I'm saying relationship, but let's say like Kanye West issue, or the fact that she lost her records and everything. Like, these things are super harsh, but these were her muse at the same time. What's appeared as mistake or unfortunate event or bad thing in life maybe is a room for her to explore herself and to pour out her emotions. Now there are like girls in another country listening to her, relating to her. Like, for 2 years I didn't have the rights of my own book. She has no idea that how much I related to her back then, and she is just an American lady probably living her best life. The skill that I would never ever give up, although sometimes I am super uncomfortable because okay, let's say the skill is being aware of yourself, your emotions, situation, reading people. But I should say that at the same time, it's super uncomfortable because once you are able to read people's emotions, sometimes something happens and I see it from their face. Like, they're not saying anything, or there's nothing I can claim and say that they are maybe having bad intentions, or I'm sensing something bad, but I cannot just say it out loud because I don't have a rational evidence. However, there's just kind of gut feeling, sometimes super uncomfortable, but I would never give up on being an aware person. Realizing your patterns and where you are actually being your worst enemy is kind of the key to progress. I don't know, I'm not gonna talk about that subject, maybe in another video. I got tired. What am I postponing until I become good enough? Okay, there's this YouTuber that I watched today, and she was talking about confidence, and she was super, super pretty, by the way. And she was talking about one book called Atomic Habits. I'm assuming you all have heard that book. Only in this week, like 2 people recommended me that. I actually even touched its cover today. None of our business. But anyways, like, she says that according to this book, what's important is that doing things step by step. Like, I mean, tomorrow is the new day of my life, like the first day of my life. No, it's not. Building a habit requires commitment and requires effort. Continuity. Continuity was not that word. Consistency, yes, consistency. And tomorrow might be your new day and you might start going to gym, but if you do not go on Tuesday, then... So she says that maybe you should try on picking an outfit one day. The other day, maybe picking an outfit and trying the outfit. And maybe the third day, picking the outfit, trying the outfit, and then going to gym. I will put the link of the video in the subtitles if you want to watch it, because I want to credit her. When I heard that today, it was like made super sense. I'm like, no need to rush things. I mean, as a perfectionist, this is something I struggle a lot. Like, no need to be perfect at the moment. No need to do everything right at the moment. Like, when you start gym, you do not start pushing or weightlifting like 80 kilograms all of a sudden. When you try to be perfect in 5 days, let's say, like you want to succeed at something in 5 days, like you want to start the gym tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. After tomorrow, you're the person who goes to gym. When you go out with that motivation, tomorrow comes. Maybe you go to gym, maybe you don't. And the other day, the motivation fades away and then you do not go. And then there's this desperation because tomorrow, like yesterday was your first day in your life and you couldn't manage to do it for 2 days. And then there's this desperation, and then you don't ever try doing that for about maybe 3 months or anything. And then you don't have this habit of going to gym for 3 months, okay? But what if you start with small steps? Like, what if you do not push yourself to go to gym and weightlift all the kilograms all of a sudden, but you just start with, as I said before, like picking an outfit. You pick the outfit, you wear it, you go. It's been 3 days. In 3 days, you're doing that and you are more motivated because there's progress. Maybe you start weightlifting those things in a month, but it's still better than losing 3 months. Maybe it's sometimes better to think about the bigger picture. Also, one thing that I really do love is that I do to-do lists. And as a perfectionist, I will always say that because like this is what defines me in life basically. It relaxes me a lot. In my head, there are so many things going on. Like, I need to do this, I need to do that. Like, if I do that, I will lose 4 hours and then I lose 8 hours overthinking that, you know? But when I started doing to do lists, it makes it so simple in your head. Like, you have 3 jobs to do. You're gonna email that teacher, you're gonna edit that video, and then you're gonna write, like for me as an author, 1,000 words, and then you're over. It's a lame suggestion. I mean, anyone can say that to you, but just give it a shot. It works. When was the last time I did something because I genuinely wanted to do? I'm so glad that I have an answer for this because like if you have asked me this for about maybe 5 months earlier, I would have a harder time answering that question. I mean, I would think more. I do have a memory about that, and I'm super glad that it's a close memory. A couple of months ago, I was studying in the school, and there's a studying space in my school which I really do love, and there are always same people coming into that space. So when you enter, you kind of know everyone. You just say hi, like you wave all the people and then you sit in your space and you start working. 3 people approached me and say, can we just talk outside a little bit, like a few seconds? We got outside and they were doing this musical thing in school. They were musical theatrists. Musical theater actors. Okay, that's better. They were basically preparing a play. There were some famous people coming and they wanted me to do interview with them and actually be the host of the event. The only thing that I wouldn't accept that is because I was working so hard and there were like so many things going on. There were research projects, there were videos and everything was all over the place and my head was all over the place. But there was just gut feeling inside of me said, you need to do it. Like, there should be thing in your life that you do not benefit from. You just do it for the fun. Like, you have no reward or punishment. You don't care about the result. You just do it. So I just said, okay, I will do it. And they were also surprised because they thought I would not accept it. And I became the host. After that play, we went to some restaurant as an after. And then they asked me, would you like to be an actor in a musical theater? And I said, yes, I would love to. And then they were like, let's write you some roles and then involve you. I didn't even ask whether it was a joke because I thought it was like 100% a joke. But they actually wrote me a role and I performed it in the biggest theater in Turkey, which is crazy because like most of the people work so hard to get there and play in that theater. And I was super lucky that I met those people. Like I had no big role or anything. I had like 2 lines, but I was in that stage doing something that I did not try before. And I learned like quick dances and it was so fast. I learned all of them in 4 days or something, and there were like 3-minute dances and everything. I remember the moment that everyone clapped as this curtain closes, and I don't know, I kind of felt bursting emotion inside of me. I felt super happy, and this was not my job, you know, and it was super interesting for me because I was super used to doing what I know how to do. I did not even give it a shot to try something new or be bad at something. I could be the worst playing that role, but you know what, who cares? Like, who cares if I act so bad. And after we finished the play, everyone was super happy. They didn't earn any money, they didn't earn any awards, but still they were so happy preparing that game as a team. I felt belonging, you know? I felt included. I felt so good in that stage, you know? Okay, that's a very nice question to close this video. If this video gets 10 views, will I still be proud of making it? I will be so proud of myself if I ever find the courage to publish this video. It's kind of embarrassing for me because, you know, you're doing all that accent, and if I do have that courage, and if I ever find myself confident about to share this video with you, and maybe hope that like some people from different countries and who don't even know about me watches this. I forgot the beginning of the sentence. Okay, this is what happens when you don't speak English in your normal life. But anyways, I was not planning this to come out. I was just emotional and I wanted to talk, and I thought I could express myself better in English because it's not my mother tongue. So it kind of feels like no one can understand you. You guys should know that like everyone can understand me, okay? It's super easy. Like English is the world language. But anyways, if you're ever watching this and if you're the only person watching this video, I'm still super proud of myself for not feeling cringy or not being scared or trying something out of my comfort zone or anything. I don't know if I ever continue doing those videos. I don't know if I ever edit this video, but thank you anyways for watching me. It was a nice talk. Thank you, stranger, for being there, and I hope I was also a good stranger to you. See you or not, I don't know. Bye.